Iron Fist Season 2 is better than Season 1. I'm really excited about that. I saw Season 1 and I was like, oh man, come on man, what are you doing? They announced that there was going to be a Season 2 and I was like, oh, seriously? But then I saw it and I was like, oh, okay, so they made some changes. They did this, and they said, no, that sucks. Let's do that. And then they said, you know what? We did this. Let's have some more of that. And then they said, you know what? Power Man, or Luke Cage, as he's called, did this. Let's get a little bit of that. And they mixed up, and I think they got a better brew this time. The first one, not so much. The second one, bam, they got it. This series, of course, stars Finn Jones as Iron Fist, Jessica Winwick, and Sasha Darwin. I like the team up. I like the names. I like the people that's in it. You know, I like the actors. It's good. It's really, really good. This time around. Let's see. Something one of the first things I noticed was that there is a similarity with the villains from Luke Cage and from Iron Fist. Their similarity is that both of these villains, Bushmaster and Davos, hate the hero because of the hero's power. Boom. Then both of the villains have similar power to the hero, which it's pretty much a running theme with Marvel, but it works. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They have similar powers to the hero. Also, both Davos and Steel Serpent and Bushmaster they both have snake names, and I spoke about that before, but there's a lot of snake names going on here. Could be the introduction of like a group called the Serpent Society. I don't know, could be a coincidence, but in the comic books there's a bunch of villains that team up together and all of them have serpent names and they call themselves the Serpent Society. You know, if a dude named Cobra or King Cobra shows up, then I guess that's a wrap because he's the leader of the group. But, so there's that. Plus, both Davos and Bushmaster get their power similar to the hero, or identical, using candles and a mystical setting. And, you know, they're circled by mysticism, and they got to do that hoodoo, that voodoo, that you know so well, and they get their powers that way, magically, mystically, and I thought that was kind of cool. Rumor is that, you know, maybe Ghost Rider, maybe Moon Knight, maybe Blade might be coming. I'm not sure, because rumor is also that there's only one more season on Netflix and then all of these shows are gone, which would suck. Don't do that, Netflix. Trust. You got a thing. Keep going. So that's the similarities with them. I noticed that. The fight scenes and the Iron Fist are better. They're not Daredevil good, but very few shows are Daredevil good. Daredevil's fight scenes are incredible. Whoever's doing the choreography should get a raise, because that dude is deep up in those elbows and punches and kicks. But they're better. They are definitely better than the first season. The first season I was like, This season I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Okay, I can see it. So it's better. Davos and Joy have decided to team up and make themselves the villain team up in this series, in this season, and that's kind of cool because they're kind of opposites. It's like Lex Luthor and the Joker. One's really smart, one's really crazy, one has a lot of money, one's kind of living it from day to day. Over here, you've got the same thing. One's rich, one ain't. One is a physically smart person, and the other one is mentally smart. They kind of complement each other, though I wouldn't count on them being buddies forever. There's a third villain called Typhoid Mary who's in here, and she has a lot of different looks in the comic books, but she's another fist fighter that's good enough to fist fight with Daredevil in the comics. She's good enough to fight with him. She's got a double blade. She's a little on the psychotic side. In fact, her costume, she wears a mask that covers half her face, and it's white, but you can kind of see through it. And in the TV show, there's a time where she's looking in the mirror, because she doesn't have the exact outfit. She's looking in the mirror, and she kind of wipes the steam off, and you're looking, and I'm like, oh, it's the mask. It's the mask. They got the mask. But she's not wearing the mask because, they're trying to make it more realistic. But they did play a bow to that mask with the little thing in the mirror where it's showing half her face. And just similar to how they did it in Power Man or Luke Cage, when he was wearing the little tiara and he had the yellow shirt on, and he looks in there and says, I look like a damn fool. That's his costume in the comic books. So that was good. The Iron Fist, Danny Rand, is making his way. He's trying to live up to his promise to Daredevil to safeguard the city. So he's doing it as best as he can. He's getting out there and he's fist fighting with people. He's punching people in the face. He's slamming the fist on the ground and making the street blow up. He's punching trucks over. He's doing his thing. But he hasn't, though he's better at being the Iron Fist, he hasn't quite figured everything out yet. So he's still missing a few things. It's not jiving right. And you got to understand, he got his power from an actual, they joke on it in the thing, but it was an actual real life dragon. He kills the dragon. So in the comic books, it's a dragon. In the TV show, they keep saying it's a dragon, but they show dragon's bones, but they haven't actually shown the dragon. I imagine that eventually they will, even if it's just the eyes in the darkness or something like that. Then, so his power coming from the dragon, he's kind of tied to the dragon. So in the first series, the first episode, you can see that the anger and the fury of the dragon is slowly trying to weave its way into his head. So that's another thing that he's going to have to overcome. But the first episode, yeah, it's deep. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. Iron Fist. Have you been watching it? What's your favorite Marvel Netflix collabo? Let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.